Hi Hina, hi Vishali, hi Sushma. Hello and welcome to Spotlight with Suman, a platform where we interact with different image consultants from all over the country as well as overseas. They are all certified and they are from Image Consulting Business Institute. So my guest for today is Arushi Oswal, a young entrepreneur, an image consultant and a soft skills trainer from Delhi. Uh, she has been in a job earlier, so let's understand from her that why did she make a shift from being a professional to becoming her own boss. So let's wait for Arushi's request, and once she joins in, we'll start our interaction. Okay, so Hina is asking me, is it cold in Mumbai? Yes, Hina, it's slightly chilly but bearable. So this is not a sweater that I'm wearing a woolen top. Waiting for Arushi's request. So Arushi is just joined in. Hi Arushi.
How, how are you?
Very well. Can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, yes, you're audible. I think there is some bit of internet glitch in between. Now you're
Uh,
clear. You're absolutely clear.
Great.
How are things with you?
So, well, I'm slightly under the weather, and I think that is why the huskiness in the voice. But I think it's nice. It just makes you sound more authoritative, is what we say. So,
Is
but
it chilly in Delhi?
it's freezing. It's freezing in Delhi.
You should come to Bombay then.
I think we should. But thanks to the pandemic, we are all scared to move out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. All right, so let's get started.
Done.
So my first question to you is that what were you doing prior to joining ICBI? I mean, that is the first standard question that everybody would like to know the answer for. What made you decide to join?
Okay,
I
so
mean, what were you
prior
doing prior to joining ICBI?
ICBI. Well, I fondly like to say that in my past life, I was working as a software engineer in multinationals for about 5 years before I took the decision to do image management and become an image consultant and a soft skills trainer.
So what, I mean, how come from a software engineer to becoming an image consultant and a soft skills trainer? I mean, I don't see any common threads between two professions. So what was the
Yeah.
inspiration and why image consulting and soft skills training out of all the other options that are there?
So, I mean, I think that was a very obvious thing when I just leaped in one day and said, कि, hey, मेरे को तो यार ये करना है. So, there was hard time convincing my family as well कि इतने साल पढ़ाई क्यों की, फिर engineering क्यों की अगर यही करना था तो. So, I would
नहीं
like to
बट
say
ये जो
that
क्वेश्चन
this
आया कि
dates
मुझे ये
back to the
करना है तो ये क्वेश्चन कैसे आया कि मुझे ये करना है?
this dates back to the time when I was working with Addison, which was my last employer, and I was in the products development team. So, we had a herd of engineers who would just care about their code being error or bug free, and there would be very minimalist social interactions. And knowing me as a person, I realized that I would never fit in that stereotype. I was good at my work, and my managers loved the people skills in me. However, I did not enjoy what I did. I just hated it. I was never motivated to go to office. I used to wait for the weekends to come. Kab Saturday aayega, and I would have 2 days off. So, that is when you sit back
But
and
did your
realize.
parents force you to become a software engineer, Arushi?
No, they've never, all my decisions in my life have been truly, truly and solely been directed by me. And I feel great because the mistakes that I did, I mean, I knew that I had to learn from them myself. So, so when you sit back and think rationally and determine your strengths and weaknesses, like how we do our strengths weakness chart, I realized that my passions and skills never belonged here, never belonged in that profession. So I almost immediately decided to step down and do something that involved basically talking to people. Then actually,
Arushi, I'm not able to hear you clearly.
okay, okay. Now am I audible? Now am I audible?
Like, yeah, you're better.
Yeah. So I was just saying that, I immediately decided to step down and do something that involves basically talking to people because that is what I love the most. And then Ikigai happened. And all I can say now is that my strengths and passions have been channelized rightly, and I can't be happier. It's like ऐसा काम भी हो रहा है और साथ में पैसे भी मिल रहे हैं. That's a bonus. So I think this is what I was really passionate about, and I think I've always been passion driven, and that is what I am doing right now, and that is what has led me here.
Fantastic. So your passion has brought you into image consulting and soft skills training, and you are happy doing what you're doing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell me, as an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, what kind of assignments do you undertake?
So I work both with individuals and groups. Individuals who come to me for my services are the ones who are either struggling in some aspects of their lives due to their low self-esteem, or are willing to upgrade or feel more empowered in terms of appearances, or the way they handle their interactions or conversations with people. So recently, I have also worked with a lot of people who have weddings in their families or who are getting married themselves to style their wedding looks, everything from clothes, shoes to makeup, accessories. So apart from this, I do a lot of personal shopping for my clients as well. I truly, truly love it and enjoy doing that. And when it comes to working with groups, I work with a lot of college and university students to facilitate them through their interviews and placements. I'm also on board soft skills trainer with the Delhi Police. I also do a lot of corporate non-technical trainings, and some of them are also on my retainership. So, yes,
So your hands are full.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
So basically, you are taking care of individual consulting as well. I mean, are you doing one-on-one consultings as well? So
Yes.
who are the kind of clients that you deal with?
So I would just say that anyone who loves to shop but do not know what to shop, people who have lots of clothes they would buy in impulse but do not know what to do about them, and people who are about to get married, who are engaged or about to get married. So essentially, yes, I do a lot of personal shopping for my clients to an extent that now they don't want to accompany shopping with me. They would just say, please, aap hi kar lo, you know it, and we love what you get, we love what you style, and my driver would just get them collected for you, for us. So I think that is the kind of trust I've earned through the years, and the clients that I had like 3 years back when I started this practice are still there with me, and I personal shop for them for all the seasons, for all the special occasions in their lives. And so when I talk about working with the people who are about to get married, it is not just about building their trousseau or designing their wedding looks. I also give them a lot of soft skills trainings because marriage is the biggest change in someone's life, right? And there are so many people, so many different relations you end up dealing with. So, how do you, one program of mine that I really like is the positive negation, which means how do you say a no positively without being very offensive, how not to get into the passive mode and then later turn up aggressive because of things that did not, happen your way. So I also I do not just work on their appearances. I also empower them from inside so that they are able to handle things in their lives on by own or I mean, by their own.
Fantastic. So, Arushi, I mean, you are a young girl. I mean, you are still in your young age. But are you able to deal with different kind of audiences, different kind of clients that come your way?
Yes, I mean, I my youngest client I say is she's just entered college. She's in the first year of college. How old she would be? She's 17, and I've also worked with a woman whose daughter is my age. So I think it just happens very naturally. They would just love talking to me first day, and because of the vibrance you get on the table, because you know uh, you would know the fashion trends. अच्छा ये ऐसा भी होता है ये भी होता है. Okay, you do it for us. Let's not even bother about thinking कि ये कहाँ से fabric भी कहाँ से procure होगा. So I think I have worked with a lot of people. I've worked with people of different age groups. Coming to Delhi Police, I've also worked with people who've been in the service for 3 months and someone who's about to get retired. So it just happens, I think. ICBI makes you pro in handling the art of uh, handling people.
Fabulous, fabulous. So you have been married for the last couple of years now, and you are, very well settled in Delhi. So
Yeah.
tell me, how has this program helped you balance your work as well as your personal life?
So this profession has made me my own boss in every sense, I must say. Because there is no pressure of rushing every day to reach somewhere and then coming back in the night with absolutely no energy and time left for your family. So I can choose when to work and when to go on a vacation. Image management has truly empowered me in a way that I can take my own decisions, I can decide my working days, even if I have to work on a Sunday, I can do that. If I would want to take an off on a Wednesday to go on a lunch with friends, I can do that. So I think it has really helped me balancing the work and the personal life. It's it couldn't have been better.
Great. And is your family happy about the fact that you are available whenever it's required?
Exactly. I mean, they do not think, yeah, there's a lunch, so you have to be here. So I would plan my schedule accordingly. So I think yes, it works for everyone's benefit.
Fantastic. So, Arushi, today's generation does not want to, work for someone else. I mean, we have been seeing the trend that, everybody wants to, be their own boss. So, how does image consulting and soft skills training help somebody to become their own boss, and how does it become a lucrative career option for people who
Hmm.
are looking for a full-time entrepreneurship and not work for somebody else?
I just said that already that this profession, unlike anything else, has made me my own boss. Of course, there are days when you would stay up all night and prepare the content for next day's training. However, what drives here, I think, is the passion. You really, really need to be passionate about something. And the best part is, it is totally your choice. If, for example, if I do not want to end up doing a sales training, it's okay. It's totally my choice. I have various other options in the world to explore, right? So there can't be a more lucrative option for anyone who wants to be self-driven.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. So, how has image consulting benefited you both personally and professionally for your life?
Um, Yeah, I always say that even when I was a learner at ICBI, the soft skills training, especially the soft skills sessions that were taken for us, have evolved me as a better person today. I'm able to handle emotions, negotiations, conflicts, and whatnot in a better way because certain rules. Because when you know these certain rules, some things that have to be done in a particular way, by the virtue of soft skills, you tend to implement those more often than before. You may end up doing it 6 out of 10 times initially, but gradually that number increases to 7 to 8, if not 10. So you're actually improving every day, right? You're actually evolving as a better human being every day. And that is when the transformation begins. So I truly believe in transformations, not makeovers, because that is what the entire learning, the entire journey of becoming a soft skills trainer has done to me.
And personally, also, you feel that you have evolved from what you were before
Yeah,
you actually did this training.
in every sense, in every sense. So now, there's this joke that husbands are always guinea pigs. So when I was learning soft skills at ICBI, and I remember my session of body language. So when my husband and I were fighting one day, so you know how abruptly he would just say, "Okay, fine, sorry," and I would just say, "Hey, I know your actions do not match your words because I know that because I know that now. So you don't try those tricks on me." So, but jokes apart, it definitely lands you in a better space. You're more at peace with yourself, both emotionally and I mean, it just makes more sense. It just makes you more mature.
Brilliant. So you are associated with Teach India, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what inspired you to become a change agent in the society, and what kind of assignments are you undertaking with them?
So, I truly believe that in giving we receive more. Uh, we always take with both hands, and we never really, think of giving back even in small proportions. So, Teach India was a conscious decision to help the underprivileged in whatever little way I could contribute. So, I've done a lot of communication and spoken English trainings with the ITIs and the BTCs and even the Indian Army. Imagine you go with, you go with an aim ki, acha, theek hai, you are just giving back to the society, but in return, you get these awesome connects. And the love you get back is unmatched. I mean, it cannot even be matched to a big paycheck you get from a corporate training because these are the people who really, really value what you give them. They really, they really would come back later and tell you, ma'am, you know what? You've changed my life. I'm still connected to the learners I've trained 3 years ago, and seeing them placed at better positions in life now really gives the satisfaction and it just tells you that there's something that you're doing right. So I've been a volunteer with Teach India since 2018. So I think it's whenever I find time, whenever there's something that I can do, I definitely get back.
So tell me something. I mean, we always urge our image consultants to, contribute to the society and give at least 10% of their time, devote their time to become a change agent.
Hmm.
Would you also recommend the same thing to our image professionals that they should be a part and parcel of, being a change agent for the society, and how are they playing a different role than other people in comparison? Because I'm sure image consultants definitely know much more than any other normal people. So, how would they be of more benefit than anybody else?
See, when you go through the journey of reaching the point when you are a certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer, you already are evolved. You already are self-evolved because of the sessions that you go through. I remember crying in one of the sessions, one of the TTT sessions taken by our Chief Training Officer Shram sir. So that is the intensity, that is what you feel about yourself when you actually go through the entire process. We study zones that this is the right space to be in. This is not a very good space to be in when you are in a conflict. So when you already know the rules, you would apply it in a better way. So image consultants, a certified image consultant who would then when that consultant is ready to step out in the world is already evolved. So that person is able to empathize in a better way maybe and would talk out of the experiences because what we've studied is not just knowledge, we've not just studied books, but we've learned from our experiences. We learned from the experiences of our trainers. So what we are today is, I think, we are a true reflection of what maybe Renu ma'am was, or what Abha ma'am is. So this is how our journey has been. I mean, everyone who is a product of ICBI would feel in the same way.
Absolutely. So, share with us one of the most interesting work experiences and what was different about that assignment that you would like to tell us.
I I I was very excited about going to train the Delhi police last year in September, and that has so far been the most ex interesting work experience because uh, I had a family background of army persons, but never ever had I dealt with a police officer, right? So I remember my first day at the Delhi police headquarters. I'd worn a black sari to look taller and more authoritative, amongst the giant personals that I had to train. So when I first met the ACP in the office, so he just asked me, "Are you in college?" So I said, "Thank you, but no, not really." And but he was a little skeptical about कि अच्छा ये तो छोटी सी है कर लेगी. But when he attended my session, he was there himself on the first day, and the way he could see me shouting at some of the big uh, giants in the room, so he was very convinced कि अच्छा ठीक है ऐसा भी नहीं है, uh, I mean we know I know what to do. She knows that she's here for a reason and she would be there. So I would also like to share an incident that happened. It was 2nd of October and there were very less learners in the classroom. So we decided not to go with the syllabus, but engage in a casual talk. So one of them started talking about something very personal and internal to the Delhi police, and I was a little uncomfortable because I did not know whether I should be knowing it or not. However, thinking about it, I realized that these are the people who trust you because when you even though I was half the age of what my learners were, but when you speak to them, when you motivate them, when you tell them about certain things and they listen to you, they automatically place you at that pedestal, and they have that inbuilt trust in you कि अच्छा if you are not, maybe guide us in a certain way. So that was the biggest reward for me from that training. The trust that you earn of your learners, that they could talk something about very personal and very internalized to the system, is is something that I would always remember about my Delhi police training tenure.
So, tell me something, Arushi. Have you ever had a scenario where people have taken you for granted just because you are young?
Uh, no, not really. Maybe to अभी जैसे अगर पता चलता है कि oh Arushi Oswal, this young kid, we saw her. People come with certain baggages from your past life, but when you appear to them, when they attended, even in the pandemic, I did a webinar and I invited her to join because she actually never heard me speaking on a forum before that. So, she was so happy, and I could see the proud eyes. अच्छा ठीक है ये तो अच्छा बोलती है. So, it is just momentary. Only people who come with the baggage, they would feel that in a certain way. But once you just start, and when you get into the flow, get into the swing, it I think you know that you've set the mark, and you know that you've changed the first impressions altogether.
So, have you been doing a lot of webinars during this lockdown?
Yes, yes. I've been doing a lot of webinars and promoting. One thing I realized that the complete lockdown had made people think of improving their skills in a certain way. So I created small packages for people with different needs. Maybe someone who is looking for enhanced communications, or someone who wants to redo a wardrobe, or for someone who so one thing that I developed during the lockdown was how do you be more productive and not procrastinate. So this was a big hit amongst people, and I had people flowing from all over the world because thanks to the Zoom and the online meeting format that we have, there's no barrier actually. There's no barrier to the trainings that you can do. I think it's much better now. Your reach to the audience is much wider.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me, how do you stay relevant in today's time, and what is your mantra of success? Basic, because we all know that constant updation and upgradation is the key to success.
Hmm.
So what is the key of for staying relevant? Because that is something which is definitely the need of the hour.
So I read a lot of books. Recently, I finished I'm Okay, You're Okay by Thomas Harris. It's more about how to deal with your ego states. Apart from that, I read a lot of fashion blogs. I love shopping. I do a lot of window shopping just to study trends. I would randomly go visit a market just to study what trends are going around. And so I've also been invited by the Vogue wedding show since the past 3 years. So they call me to study trends and meet the who's who of the industry. So I think that is
So
how
are you a
you.
blogger as well?
I no, I don't blog. However, I mean, I do write personal posts to my clients. I keep sending them personal posts. So, for example, the color of the season, I would just create a random post and send it to my clients. So this is a little. I like doing these little additions or return gifts for my clients. So I do that on a personal regular basis.
Okay, fantastic. So, what is your vision for the next 5 years? I'm sure with the kind of work that you're doing in the market, and you are, aggressively, there, and you are doing so much, for your clients as well. So, is there any vision that you have for the next 5 years for yourself professionally?
Uh, yes, I just want to say that I want to touch at least the 10,000 lives by the year 2025, be it through my webinars or any trainings they would attend or any personal sessions they want to come to me for. And I certainly want more retainership in the corporates, so I am working towards it.
Okay, great. So, one last question to you, Arushi. What is your message for the young people who are looking to start something of their own, but they are confused about the options to explore? So, is there any message that you would like to give out to them from your side?
So I would just say that you are there for, I mean, for people who are listening to me right now and who are thinking or are in crossroads or are in career crossroads. I would just say that you are there where I was a few years ago, and all I did was just follow my passions and skills. So it's okay. In fact, it's good to follow the process of elimination. It's good to do mistakes and then discover, अच्छा यार ये तो मुझे करना ही नहीं है. At least you know that this is what you don't want to do, even if you don't know what to do. So this has worked for me, and I'm sure following passions is the only way you can form a lucrative career, be it anything, be it image management or any other profession for that matter. So yes, I think the only thing to do right now is jot down your strengths, weaknesses, and ICBI and image management and soft skills would give you an answer.
Did you actually have to eliminate a lot of options when you were actually thinking of different career options after you were done with software engineering?
So in funnily, yes, because I did theater for 8 years and I wanted to get into National School of Drama after my 12th standard. And my mom, who is a PhD in material physics and she's a principal of a school, she outrightly rejected it that no, you can continue this as a hobby, but not be a profession. So and I think going just by the flow, I did engineering and I did a post graduation in engineering as well because I was good at it. But what drove me was my zeal to get into those extracurriculars. I was the editor of a college magazine. I stood for university elections, won them. So, now when I talk about all these things, I'm more proud about these achievements that I had in college or in school. So, I think that gave me an answer right away that this was what that had driven me. And I mean, engineering just happened. It just happened. But what I was more passionate about was, doing all this. So basically, talking to people, being with them, sharing ideas, and I just love styling. And that I
So tell me
discovered when I was,
something. What was your, I mean, how are your parents reacting to this entire change that has come in you? And are they happy about it, or they still
I,
feel that they're क्या कर दिया मेरी लड़की ने और पहले ही बेटर था और अब क्यों ये इमेज कंसल्टिंग और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स ट्रेनिंग कर रही है?
I remember when I got placed in Addison. It was my college final year और रात को 12 बजे result आया था. My mom messaged on every family WhatsApp group that Arushi got placed, etc. And she coming from a academic background and being a scholar herself, she initially was very she did not really like the idea of me, you know. So I was 26 when I decided to, hey, I don't want to do what I'm doing, right? So the first reaction that comes up is इतने साल क्यों वेस्ट किए फिर इसमें you've studied so hard you are a postgraduate in computer applications okay, try changing a company, maybe it works. But I was very sure ये मेरे को करना ही नहीं है. So the initial, but convincing them was like my sales pitch. I was being more and more sure about that ये तो मुझे करना ही है. So now when they see me, delivering webinars and talking to people and networking around, I think they realize it. They don't say it, but they know that I know that they are proud of me.
Fantastic. So, Arushi, this was a brilliant interaction. I don't think that we've interacted so much ever at length, and we've never got an opportunity to speak to each other personally, other
Yeah,
than
yes.
the time when we were having a panel discussion. So, it
Hmm.
was lovely interacting with you. This conversation was extremely candid, and thank you so much for coming on this platform. It
Thank you
was
so
indeed a
much,
pleasure
ma'am, for
having you.
giving the opportunity. Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, we've never spoken in length because, yes, you're right. We've never got an opportunity, and I love talking. So sorry, it had to go that way.
No, it's absolutely fine. I mean, we had a great time together. I'm sure you must have had a great time as well. So,
Definitely,
thank you
absolutely.
and all the very best to you and wish you all the success.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
A big thank you to all the viewers who are watching this program. I'll see you next week once again with yet another image consultant and a soft skills trainer. Until then, this is Arushi and Suman Agarwal signing off. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.